Have a brief look at the new Swift lighter weight pack and the differences that you would find when you compare it to the Bison harnesses and some of the features of the Bison. So first off, we have gone for the V2 harness on this model, which is a lighter version of the X1 that's on the Bison. So the main differences are with the Bison, the frames cross over, that's where it gets its name, X1. And with the V2, it's actually an inverted V, upside down V actually. They don't actually join, it's actually slightly out there. The key design feature though is the same, and that is that with the X1, the actual alloy bars come out into the hips to support the weight much more effectively around your sort of torso hip area. And in the case of the V2, that has a fiberglass bar that runs which is attached to the alloy bar, but it runs into the same place on the hips. So that will give you the same benefit of being able to spread that weight between the shoulders and the hips really effectively. As far as other small differences, this is unique in that the actual padding is about 50% thicker than most packs on the market. So your standard thickness is 18 mils like this, but it's more like 30 mils with the Bisons, because for this sort of thing, while we rate it at sort of 50 kilos, you can definitely put more than that in it. So you do need the thick padding to really make it work properly. So the V2 in the past, we've sort of rated it at 25, 30 kilo sort of thing, but a couple of things have happened since then, which gives us more confidence for people who want to put heavy weights in it. Namely, the German army has selected this harness in their latest backpack buy. They bought 30,000 80-litre packs with this harness on it, so they do regard it as soldier proof. And secondly, our own testing, because we've had Thane Young with Rogie doing at least 40 kilos in this, so we're confident nobody's going to bust it. And then as far as the rest of the pack goes, we've simplified the sort of Bison structure a bit here. We've still got the big front openings in the front, so we can still open up right through there, so it's really convenient to load. We do have a divider in there, so your some personal gear or sleeping bag, whatever, can still be separated from any meat that you've got in the top there quite happily. And the other thing that's slightly different, so this is all Cordura, which is the military spec fabric, whereas we've got Cordura in some of the main stress points, but we've gone for 420D nylon here, which gives us a lower cost fabric, but will still perform really well. We've been using it in some of the other packs of the range, and there's been no issues at all. So the other advantage of this guy with the simplified, also we took the side pockets off that and put a big side pouch, quite useful. Putting all sorts of things. You can put your rifle down there if you want to, rather than hanging it off externally. And yeah, this also gives us a lower price point, because one of the things over the last few years with inflation, sort of looking around the 650 retail for this kind of thing, whereas we're looking around 500 retail for this type of thing. What we also did with this is put some D-rings here, which gives us the ability to strap across the front. So anybody who's carrying, sort of prefers to, want to carry your antlers out here, it's going to be easier to, still quite easy to strap on. And if somebody's carrying a bow, then they've got a few more points of, anchoring thing. So yeah, weight, I guess, this is around the 2.4 kilo mark in the 60 litre. There's a 80 litre version coming, which will be about 2.5 kilos, not much more, versus sort of in the 3.2, 3.4, depending on the size and also the fabric, because there's two different fabrics available in this as well, which with the stealth fabrics, which are heavier. So yeah, you just feel, lighter, more maneuverable sort of deal altogether. With the Swift, we've replaced the side pockets that are on the Bison with a big open pocket, which will gusset out quite well if you've got bulkier product. It goes up quite high. We've made sure it's level because we've had versions that were sloping. People didn't like those because things tend to fall forward. So yeah, we go for the horizontal look here, and you can also compress it down if you're not using it at all by flattening that out and pulling that tight, like so. Below that loop there, that loop is actually so that our scabbards can be looped on. So if you want to put your rifle lower, but if you want, you can put your rifle in there, but it's going to end up quite high. Retain the same back pocket as the Bison, easy to use. The same lid pocket at the top, which we've lost the zip for. There we go. So yeah, decent sort of size. Still with the key clips for your ute. Yeah. As far as grab handles, we've retained one of the ones on the front. We've left that one off. We left that loop there, so if somebody wants to put a rifle that way as well. The D-rings here, you can buy accessory straps which connect the D-rings so to strap on whatever you want. And yeah, that's about it really. As far as the only other feature, it's got the same raisable lid pocket. It's got a slightly newer idea. Instead of the two load control buckles. Okay, so normally as your harness gets longer, or your back is longer, should I say, you move these up to the top buckle so that you can maintain around a 10 to 30 degree angle, so you can pull the load control straps in properly. With these guys, this is, we've been waiting for one we were sure was going to be strong enough, so this has been okayed for the military range and is regarded as soldier proof. So you can set that through the loop here like so, and then clip it up. This it's quite a lot easier and quicker to do than that system, and because we have had feedback that sometimes when the pack's really fully loaded big time up here, sometimes it's just great being able to move that strap right up so that there's nothing pulling you back. So it's good to have a quicker adjustment system. Probably something we'll feed into the Bison as going forward. There's also the same system at the base of the throat as well. So to pull that up, you'll see there's two toggles. You've ignored the toggle for pulling it up. You just pull the actual cord, and you lock it there. And to release it, you can pull the little toggle at that point. So it's just a different way of doing things. Some people like it.